welcome to a CNN IBN special, Missing in Action. It's a tribute to the war heroes from both sides of a border that binds as much as it divides. It's a tribute as well to the families who have lost their dearest and at times not even had the chance to say a final goodbye. Even as diplomatic relations between India and Pakistan go through an entire seesaw of frostiness and thaw, families have tried to find out whether the warrior who never returned is still alive or dead. If alive, where is he? If dead, is there any way of paying last respects? Often that search has led nowhere and led to more heartbreak and disillusionment than the loss itself. Let's begin today with a story that did not end happily, but gave a war widow from Pakistan a chance to do what hundreds like her never have. Visit the place where her husband laid down his life and resolve some unanswered questions. Shehnaz is now 62 years old. Her husband, squadron leader Alam Siddiqui, piloted a B-57 bomber as part of the Pakistani Air Force in the 1965 Indo-Pak War. His plane crashed and then began a long and agonizing wait of 40 years. Reason told her he might well be dead. But there was a flicker of hope that refused to die.
7 September 1965, day 1 of the Indo-Pak War. In Karachi, squadron leader Alam Siddiqui of the Pakistani Air Force said goodbye to his 21-year-old pride and flew off into enemy territory in his B-57 bomber. Never to return again.
So he came home just to tell us that the war has started between the two countries, and he told my mother to look after me and the two kids. I was very happy that he was doing some service to his country, and I did think that there was something of this nature going to happen, so I said Khuda Hafiz to him. And then I saw his plane take off. His love was extraordinary, that's how I can put it. And that's how I always felt the same way, because I was too young at the time, so I didn't know really how to respond to his love. And now I have lived my life and I'm in that age bracket that I wish he was there and I could respond the same way.
Life came to a complete standstill. For a 21-year-old, the only source of strength came from friends and family. Alam's best friend Najib Khan, who was also from the same squadron, and his wife Suraya.
It never comes to our mind that we are seeing somebody for the last time. That thought never crosses your mind. There is an eternal optimism about life as a pilot. My guess is that probably while it was attacking, the anti-aircraft shell might have hit the crew directly.
After 5 months, when the prisoners were exchanged, I received a broken mask and his wallet. There were my pictures and my son's picture, but I kept saying that, they could have just put it in the or they could have found it anywhere. Maybe he escaped, maybe he bailed out, maybe, because there was nothing in writing as such, and there was no sight of his grave identified, and so I just thought that maybe and maybe not.
For the next 40 years, Shehnaz kept alive the hope that Alam would return one day. 5 years had passed. Her mother suggested that she remarry.
So even in my second husband's home, I had photos everywhere. I told my husband that if ever he comes back, what is going to happen, and he said, I'll be the first one to hand you back to him, because I know, he knew I was still in love with him.
Those other wives too, some of them have remarried, but they've never forgotten their first husband. The first love is something that one never forgets.
Love knows no boundaries and understands no reason, does it? Otherwise, why would a Pakistani woman sitting in Toronto watching an Indian film think that squadron leader Veer Pratap Singh in real life could perhaps be squadron leader Alam Siddiqui in real life?
After I saw that movie, Veer Zara, I mentioned it to Najib Bhai that, do you think he still would be?
Shani kept saying, Najib Bhai, do you think Alam is in a jail somewhere in India? I knew it wasn't true. But just to sort of put a final chapter to this sad event, I made a letter to Shah Rukh Khan and Air Chief Marshal saying that there's another Zara this side of the border as well. But she's not so lucky because hers was lost.
The way it was written, the manner in which he said that he had crossed the sound barrier, but he was not sure whether he will be able to cross this barrier. The way he said, look, I'm looking for a friend and I need to do something for my friend's wife. To tell you the truth, it struck a great emotional chord in.
And I had asked him 3 questions to confirm whether these crew had died actually. Second question was if there was a grave site, if they were buried, and if he could offer Fatiha there. And the third thing I had written to him was that we might need some help with the visas.
I am a warrior, I am an air warrior. I have taken part in these wars. That I could understand the sentiments. We looked at all the old records, operational records, the history. Then we looked at, we sent people to where this Canberra had actually come down, and then we contacted the villagers. We tried to trace out everybody who was there at that time. It took me a while to get whatever information was possible and whatever information Commodore Najib Khan was seeking.